My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, a heavy silence has been circling around you like an unseen shadow, and someone close to you has been quietly observing the shifts happening in your spirit. They have sensed the distance you carry inside, the long stretch of time you have spent walking without the comfort you once knew. They feel the gap even when you hide it, and your heart has been speaking louder than your words, revealing more than you realize. This energy has created a tension around your soul, pulling you into a moment where truth wants to rise even if you are not ready to express it. The universe feels your quiet endurance, the long season you have survived without warmth, without clarity, without the support you deserved. Someone close to you has started asking themselves why your light flickers sometimes, and their curiosity is not from suspicion but from deep concern. Your spirit has been carrying emotional weight for too long, and the universe is shifting vibrations to reveal the hidden intentions of those around you. This person wants to know the exact long time you have been without peace, without trust, without closeness, without the comfort of feeling fully seen. They are sensing the emptiness you buried, and the spiritual world is preparing to address it so your heart does not continue in silence. A gentle intervention is approaching you, and it will arrive through unexpected words from someone you know. They won't speak directly at first, but their tone will make you feel that they are trying to understand the truth behind your calm face. Their soul is being guided to decode the silence you carry, and this moment is meant to free you from emotional isolation that lasted longer than you ever spoke about. Type Amen 333 to claim your blessing. Another vibration enters your life now, and it brings the energy of comfort where you once felt neglected. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, the universe has watched you pretend to be strong in moments when you were quietly breaking. You continued giving even when no one noticed how long you have been without the love and stability you deserved. Now a close person is feeling called to step toward you with concern that is sincere and gently persistent. You may not be ready to open every detail, yet this person will approach with care, not pressure. Their intention is pure, and their curiosity is coming from a place of wanting to support you, not judge you. They sense there is more to your story than what you show, and they feel your silence stretching across weeks, months, or even years, trying to piece together the length of your suffering. They might soon express something simple, like noticing a change in your energy or mentioning a memory of how you used to shine before something dimmed your spirit. Their words will carry an invisible doorway, giving you the space to finally release what you've carried too long. You may not speak everything, but the emotional shift will begin the moment they acknowledge what they see in you. Your transformation begins quietly, like a soft breeze that reaches you before the storm breaks. The universe is rearranging connections, allowing the right person to see through your walls and respond with tenderness instead of questions. This moment has been written in divine timing, designed to end the long season of emotional drought you endured in silence. Comment Amen to open doors for your blessing. The energy around you deepens as a spiritual truth rises. You have walked without certain forms of affection, understanding, or reassurance for far longer than anyone realized. This absence has shaped your strength, but it has also created a space inside you that the universe now wants to refill with something genuine. Someone close has noticed the quiet distance you carry, and their spirit has been guided to move toward you with uncommon gentleness. Their awareness will become clearer in the days ahead, and you will feel the vibration of their concern reaching you even before they speak. This person has been watching your mood shift subtly, noticing how your eyes soften when you are tired or how you withdraw when the world becomes too heavy. They are trying to understand how long you've been living in a state of emotional hunger, and why you've endured without reaching out. But the universe knows you didn't stay silent by choice. You stayed silent because your past taught you that opening up too much could lead to disappointment. Now a new phase is unfolding that allows understanding to replace fear. This person will offer emotional presence that doesn't demand explanations, and their support will feel natural instead of overwhelming. Type Amen 111 if you receive this shift. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, your value is becoming more visible in ways you didn't expect. The long time you have been without emotional connection is coming to an end, and the universe is preparing someone close to bridge that space with compassion. They will soon realize the depth of your silence, and their heart will respond with a desire to protect you, comfort you, and remind you that you are not meant to carry your journey alone. In this sacred moment of change, your spirit expands, leaving behind the heaviness that once made you feel forgotten. You will notice the shift first through small gestures, maybe a thoughtful message, an unexpected act of kindness, or a moment when someone looks at you with recognition instead of assumptions. These gestures are not accidental. They are guided by divine timing to restore what you have been without for too long. The universe is removing the energy of loneliness from your path, replacing it with emotional abundance that flows effortlessly toward you. You will not remain unseen, unheard, or misunderstood. Your long season of living without the comfort you deserved is ending, and this revelation will change the way you connect with others from now on. Type Amen 444 to receive the transformation. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, the shift around your destiny grows stronger as the universe prepares to uncover emotions you locked away for far too long. Someone near you has sensed the quiet ache you kept hidden behind your steady expression, and their heart is now being guided to move closer to you with care. They feel the long stretch of time in which you've been without comfort, and even though you never spoke about it, your soul has been sending out silent signals that this person can't ignore. Your spirit has entered a phase where hidden truths rise naturally without force. You may begin to notice this person observing you with deeper attention, not in a controlling way but in a protective manner. They are trying to understand what caused your energy to shift and how long you have been walking through emotional darkness without reaching for help. This moment is not to expose you, it is meant to free you. The universe is arranging every detail so the silence you carried for a long time finally breaks in a gentle and healing way. You have walked without certain forms of emotional presence for so long that it became your normal, but the divine is now rewriting your atmosphere so that genuine comfort finds you again. Type Amen 888 to receive the healing energy entering your life. Your journey continues as layers of spiritual clarity unfold around you. The close person who has been sensing your emotional absence will soon approach you with subtle compassion. They may start with small comments about your energy, your routine, or your quietness lately. These words are guided by the spiritual world to let you know they see you without invading your space. Their curiosity about the long time you have been without comfort comes from a sincere desire to understand you in a deeper way. Sometimes the universe uses people as vessels to reach us when we can no longer carry our burdens alone. This person is becoming that vessel for you, and their presence will begin to feel like a safe place instead of an intrusion. You won't have to explain everything, nor will you be pushed to open wounds you aren't ready to expose. Their presence alone will soften the heaviness within you. You may feel emotional shifts, moments where your heart opens unexpectedly, where you breathe differently, where you feel warmth that you thought you could no longer access. This is the energy of divine comfort moving toward you after a long season of going without it. Comment Amen 555 to welcome the new energy. Your soul is now walking toward a space where the long, silent emotional drought is replaced with connection and clarity. The universe has witnessed the distance you carried within yourself, the way you handled everything alone, the way you smiled even while empty. Now the divine wants someone close to step in and balance the weight you carried for too long. This person may not know the full story, but they sense the length of your suffering. They feel the truth even without hearing your words. They can see how long you've been without reassurance, how long you've been without emotional safety, how long you've been without the peace you once knew. Their spirit recognizes the scars you hid beneath your strength, and they are being pulled toward you with compassion that grows stronger each day. You will start to feel understood without needing to speak, and this feeling will unlock parts of you that have remained closed for years. Type Amen 999 to accept the warmth returning to your heart. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, the divine realm is now preparing you for a moment of emotional release that will feel like a gentle sunrise after a long night. Someone close is being spiritually instructed to pay attention to you, not because they want answers, but because they want to be present. They want to know how long you've been without genuine support because they feel a soul-level pull to protect you from further silence. This moment marks the beginning of a new emotional chapter where you no longer walk without what you truly need. The universe is making it impossible for people to overlook the quiet heaviness you carry. Your spirit, without saying a word, is sending out a frequency that only the right heart can recognize, and the person who feels it is the one meant to walk with you during this transition. Their presence will not feel overwhelming, it will feel like breath returning to a tired body. The long time you have been without emotional connection is ending, not through force but through natural divine timing. Your inner world is shifting from isolation to recognition, from silence to support, from endurance to renewal. Type Amen 222 to seal this new chapter. The spiritual atmosphere around you continues to thicken with divine movement. You may start to feel moments of calm for no reason, or moments of emotional release where your chest feels lighter. This happens because someone close is connecting with your silent energy more than you realize. Their heart is trying to understand the weight of the time you've lived without warmth, without reassurance, without someone who truly sees you. This person will not approach you with questions, because this moment is not about interrogation. It is about presence. It is about spiritual alignment. It is about divine timing guiding them toward you at the exact moment your heart is ready to receive what was missing for so long. Slowly, you will feel their concern becoming a steady force around you, and your soul will begin to open to the possibility that connection can feel safe again. Comment Amen 144 to embrace this sacred alignment. The universe now surrounds you with increasing protection, tightening the circle of people allowed near your energy. This close person is one of the few who will remain, because their spirit resonates with your healing journey. They want to know the exact long time you've been without emotional peace because they feel drawn to restore what was taken from you by past disappointments. Your silence has spoken louder than words ever could, and this person is listening with their soul instead of their ears. They feel the difference in your smile, the heaviness in your pauses, the trembling truth behind your calmness. This awareness is their signal to move closer, gently, carefully, respectfully. Your heart, once closed for protection, will slowly begin to trust this presence. Type Amen 777 to welcome healing companionship. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, the spiritual current around you grows deeper as truth begins awakening inside the hearts of those connected to you. The person who has been sensing your quiet emptiness is now receiving stronger intuitive signals about you. Their spirit is starting to understand the long time you've been without comfort, without true emotional closeness, and without the warmth you once carried with ease. You may notice their presence becoming more consistent, not in a forced way but in a natural flow. They might check on you unexpectedly, speak more softly to you, or create small moments of connection without making it obvious. They are being spiritually guided to be gentle with you because the universe knows you have already endured enough. Type Amen 1212 to receive this softness. Your energy is preparing for a transformation that feels like stepping out of a quiet storm you didn't speak about. The person who has been drawn toward you is now aligning with your emotions on a deeper level. They feel the timeline of your suffering even if you never mentioned it. They see how long you've been without real support, without a safe space, without someone who holds your heart with steady hands. This awareness is not a burden for them, it's a calling. They feel compelled to be part of your healing journey, even if they do not understand why they feel so responsible for your comfort. Their soul recognizes something sacred in you, something fragile yet strong, something that deserves tenderness after surviving a long dark stretch. Comment Amen 1313 to welcome this divine recognition. You are walking toward a divine alignment where your inner silence finally meets someone who can understand it without hearing a single word. This person senses your emotional history through your energy, the way it rises and falls, the way it shifts when you try to hide your hurt. They feel the long distance you walked without being emotionally nourished, and they're being pulled closer so they can guide you back toward wholeness. This connection is not an accident, it is spiritually assigned. The universe is using this person to break the pattern of emotional solitude that has become too familiar in your life. You are stepping into a chapter where the right heart sees you clearly, the right presence comforts you intentionally, the right soul recognizes the long time you've been without care and seeks to restore what was lost. Type Amen 1717 to receive this restoration. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, you have carried emotional hunger for far too long, so long that you learned how to live with it quietly. But your spirit has been sending signals that the universe could no longer ignore. Now someone close is awakening to your hidden truth, feeling the weight you've carried, and wanting to understand how long you've been without genuine love. This moment marks a turning point in your destiny. The universe is shifting the energy around your connections, removing those who never tried to understand you and bringing in those who feel guided to nourish your soul. The person being drawn toward you is not here to take from you. They are here to give, to listen, to support, and to see the parts of you others took for granted. Their presence will feel like a calm light entering a closed room. It will not overwhelm you, it will soothe you. Type Amen 1010 to enter this light. The spiritual world is amplifying everything you've suppressed, not to hurt you but to free you. Someone close is beginning to notice the emotional gaps you hide, the long period you've lived without true connection. They feel the change in your voice when you're tired, the shift in your eyes when you're remembering something painful, the drop in your energy when you pretend to be fine. They don't need details, they feel your truth. In their heart, they are trying to piece together the timeline of your loneliness, your disappointments, your quiet endurance. Their soul is asking the questions your lips never spoke. Their intuition wants to understand how long you've been without a presence that truly cares. This person is being spiritually prepared to be part of your healing journey. Comment Amen 1818 to align with this divine preparation. A strong wave of energy now surrounds you, pulling your heart toward comfort after a long season of emotional coldness. The universe has witnessed your resilience, the way you held yourself together even when no one knew how fragile you really felt. Someone close to you is being moved by this silent strength. They are trying to understand the depth of your emotional drought because their soul feels responsible for helping you through it. They may not say it directly, but their energy speaks louder than their words. You will notice this through their actions: an unexpected message, a soft tone, a deeper care, a moment where they choose to stay instead of walking away. These small acts are spiritually guided, meant to gently break down the walls you built in self-protection. Your heart will soon begin to trust again, not because you forced it, but because the universe sent someone whose soul knows how to hold yours with care. Type Amen 2424 to accept this healing. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, your silence is ending. Not through pressure, not through confrontation, but through tenderness. The person being drawn toward you is beginning to see through the emotional armor you wear, sensing how long you've been without consistency, without affection, without genuine emotional safety. Their spirit feels tied to your healing, and they want to know the truth, not to judge you, but to support you. This connection is guided by divine timing, and you will feel its power more clearly in the days ahead. The universe is removing the shadows from your path and sending someone who recognizes your heart with clarity. They will not let you continue carrying your emotional burden alone. Your long season of going without will soon become a distant memory. Type Amen 1819 to seal this energy. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, a powerful shift is settling into your atmosphere, wrapping you with a spiritual warmth that you have been missing for far too long. The universe has observed every moment of your quiet endurance, every day you lived without the emotional presence you deeply needed. Now the energy around you is guiding someone close to recognize the truth you never expressed out loud. They feel the length of your loneliness, the duration of your silent suffering, and the deep stretch of time you've been without genuine comfort. This realization is awakening something tender within their heart. They may not know the details, but they sense the timeline of your emotional drought with surprising accuracy. Their soul is beginning to understand that your silence was not strength alone, it was survival. Now they feel compelled to move closer, not out of curiosity, but out of compassion that rises naturally and consistently. Type Amen 3333 to receive this compassion. Your spirit is now attracting a different kind of attention, an attention guided by divine direction, where someone sees through your surface and reaches your deeper truth without forcing you to speak. They sense the exact long time you've been without peace, without reassurance, without the emotional safety you deserved. They feel your inner tiredness even when you wear a strong face. Their intuition is expanding, aligning perfectly with the spiritual message that tells them you need a warm presence, not distance. You will notice how their energy shifts around you. They may start showing up more, speaking more gently, or observing your emotions with a quiet awareness that feels new. Their soul is receiving signals to understand you beyond your words, beyond your mask, beyond the calmness you practice. They are being spiritually prepared to offer what you have lived without for far too long. Comment Amen 4444 to welcome this new support. A deeper layer of your destiny now reveals itself. The universe is orchestrating a powerful emotional awakening within someone connected to you. They feel drawn to uncover how long you have been living with unspoken wounds. They feel a pull toward your story, your heart, your hidden history. They sense the years, months, or countless days you went without emotional nourishment, and their soul is responding with a sense of urgency and gentleness combined. You may find them asking if you've been okay lately, or giving you small acts of kindness that feel strangely timed yet perfectly aligned. They might even pause mid-conversation because they sense something in your tone, something in your breath, something in the weight behind your silence. These moments are divine signals guiding them toward your truth. This connection is meant to bring you emotional renewal after a long period of quiet suffering. Type Amen 5555 to accept this renewal. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, the universe is reclaiming the emotional pieces of your life that were taken, ignored, or overlooked. You have lived without being deeply understood for a long time, and this long stretch has left a mark on your soul. But now someone close is awakening to this truth. Their heart is being stirred, their awareness sharpened, and their compassion expanding as they try to sense the length of your emotional solitude. They may begin to treat you differently, more softly, more respectfully, more attentively. This is not accidental. They are being spiritually instructed to protect your heart and to help end the cycle of emotional isolation that has followed you for years. Their presence will begin to feel like a balm on old wounds, even if nothing is spoken. You will feel their concern rising like a gentle tide, touching places within you that you thought would remain untouched forever. Type Amen 1212 to receive this gentle tide. As this spiritual unfolding continues, your soul begins to feel a quiet relief washing over it. For the first time in a long time, you sense that someone understands your silent strength. They feel the heaviness behind your smile, the exhaustion behind your patience, the pain behind your silence. They're beginning to realize how long you have been without genuine emotional connection, and their heart aches for you in a way they cannot explain. Their spirit is beginning to align with your healing. They will soon feel responsible, not in a burdensome way but in a caring way, to help you rebuild the emotional safety you lost. This responsibility comes from the divine, not from their ego. They are meant to be part of your restoration. Your heart, which has been closed for so long, will slowly begin to open again under this presence. Comment Amen 2323 to allow your heart to open. The divine realm continues to move energy around you, removing people who only took from your spirit and creating space for those who are meant to uplift you. The close person being guided toward you is one of these chosen souls. They feel your silence speaking louder than anything you've ever said. They feel the timeline of your emotional hunger stretching across your past, and their heart is responding with loyalty, sincerity, and an unspoken promise to be present. This presence will begin healing wounds you thought time could not touch. Their concern will not feel invasive, it will feel like destiny. Their awareness will not feel uncomfortable, it will feel like relief. Their energy will not feel heavy. It will feel like coming home. The universe is ending the long chapter where you went without being emotionally held. Type Amen 3131 for this divine ending. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, you are entering a season where your silence will no longer be ignored by the universe. Someone close feels spiritually responsible to understand you, to comfort you, to discover how long you've been without the emotional presence your soul has been craving. Their heart is being guided to feel what your spirit endured, and their presence is meant to rebuild what was broken. Your journey is now transforming from survival to healing, from isolation to connection, from silence to spiritual companionship. The long time you have been without support is ending, and the divine will ensure that you never walk alone again. Your energy is shifting into a higher state of emotional abundance, and the person being sent to you is part of that divine plan. Type Amen 8181 to welcome this new chapter.